Hello everyone and welcome to Vlogmas Day 5. I'm Deb and this is DB Designs and Sewing Australia. And I'd like to thank everybody who commented, because yesterday I asked, should I be making up the Catherine dress by Style Arc or a very lovely pleated dress in a Vogue pattern. Now it was to use this fabric and I wanted it to be a party dress, and this is a beautiful jacquard fabric. You can see some of that jacquard in it, shining in it there. And I got this in a bespoke box from the Dahlia Society. I think it was a quarterly bespoke box, so it was one of the special ones. And I really wanted to make something really lovely as one of my Christmas dresses to wear with it. And overwhelmingly, everybody said, do the Vogue dress. Now this is the Vogue dress, and it's the pleated version here with the little sleeves that I will be doing. The other dress I had to choose from, if you didn't watch yesterday, was the Catherine dress by Style Arc. Now I wondered if this would be too firm fitting around the tummy and the bottom, and that it would put the fabric under duress when I sat down. So one of our other lovely sewing vloggers said to me that the fabric does not do well when it's put under stress. So that just put the nail in it, and I will be making the pleated version. So you can see it's like this one, so you can see it easier in the plain fabric. It's a pleated, the pleated version with the sleeve, and it's E, which is this one. And I won't need the long length because I'm short. And one of the ladies that I met at when we were at Frocktail said to me, I thought you were tall. I thought, oh my God, no, I'm 5'4", I'm short. So, and the problem I have with a lot of dresses is that they're very short in the waist. I'm very short in the waist and they're too long in the waist. So even though that one looks like it's got a seam under the bust, it actually doesn't. That's just a shadow of the bust. So you can see from the line drawings that it's princess seams on all the versions. So I'm going to be making a toile, at least of the bodice, in this dress, so I can make sure the fit is good. And if necessary, I'm lining the whole dress. So I'm lining the skirt as well. Now the pattern doesn't call for the skirt to be lined, but I want to line the whole skirt, and I will be doing the top layer, of course, with the pleats, and the lining of the skirt without pleats. So much like the Stina skirt that I have made two of now, where the top part is all the pleats all the way around, and the inside lining is actually an A-line skirt. So it keeps it smoother and gives it a better shape and makes it not bulky on the inside to have a lining that is not pleated. So from the Stina skirt, which I absolutely love, that's where I got the idea that this is going to be better made up with a plain A-line lining or underskirt, whatever you wanted to call it. So that's what I'm going to be doing next, because last night I did manage to finish all of the undies. So I put a little heart on this one, a pink heart, and I put a black heart on this one. These are just Lucky Charms, and the kids actually go through the Lucky Charms all the time and say, can you put that on my next thing? And this one's got a little purple flower and a bumblebee and the other lot are the same, except this one's got a little blue heart. So these undies are a size 4. It's an excellent pattern. When I asked one of my daughters if she wanted the same style or if she'd prefer a pair of undies with fold over elastic now because she's 6, she said, no, we like the thick leg bands because when she's doing cartwheels, handstands and hanging off the monkey bars, as she does, you can't see up the legs of the undies. And she said with the ones with the fold over elastic, they just don't sit in close enough to her body and you can see up the legs of them. So, and that's pre-made ones that she's, you know, that's purchased undies that she's talking about. So this is a really good pattern, and this part is just folded and stitched, so all you see is a little stitch line on the outside here, and the other side of the crutch is where the front and the back meet, and you also sew the crutch in. So the whole thing is, the whole crutch is hidden and very easy to make. And then you're just stitching the bands together, folding them in half and stitching them on. So really, really happy with this pattern. This is the pattern that I've used for all the girls' undies so far. They were in size 3 and now these ones are the size 4. Very, very nice fitting, pull up nice and high. They don't tend to wear things that are slung down on their hips yet. So really, really lovely pattern if you're thinking of making any little girls' undies. And this is the Wicked Undies pattern, and it's called the 2-piece one because it's basically got a front and a back that's joined at that back of the crutch seam, and the front panels here is just stitched on the inside, then flipped over before you sew it into that back crutch area. I think they have a 3-piece and they have a 1-piece set of undies. So I don't know what those other ones are like, because I've only ever made the 2-piece ones, because when I first looked at them, I liked the shape of it. And this fabric actually came from Wicked, and the girls have already got undies in this fabric, and this fabric came from Wicked as well. And it's just a really good quality fabric that you get from them. So now that I've finished the 8 pairs of undies, so 4 pairs each for them, I can start on my toile for my Vogue dress. But before I do that, it is time to open my Dahlia Society Advent Calendar number 3. And this is a gorgeous pincushion. Look at that fabric. Isn't that pretty? That is lovely, Kristen. Very nice. Nice and firm. Yes, very, very nice. Very good. That's a fabulous present, because if you're anything like me, I have pins at my overlocker, pins at my sewing machine, pins at my top stitching machine, and pins at the ironing board. And I actually only have 2 of these magnetic ones. And these magnetic ones are actually quite big when I'm over near my top stitching machine, which is just an old Impacel sewing machine from the 1960s or 70s. And so it's a mechanical machine, but it does beautiful top stitching, absolutely beautiful. I top stitch all my jeans and any heavy fabrics that I need to top stitch on that machine. It's really, really good. It actually goes pretty fast for a mechanical machine. So I would never get rid of that machine. It's absolutely lovely. But I only have 2 magnetic well, it's not really called a pin cushion, is it? Pin holders. And so this one will be really, really handy because I can have it over near my mechanical machine, because at the moment I really just put the pins on the edge of the machine table there. So being a mechanical machine, it vibrates quite a bit, so the pins do fly off. So this will be really handy because it will actually fit under the throat really easily and still give me heaps of space. So very good, very, very nice gift. Thank you, Kristen. And so I've been enjoying watching everyone else's vlogs, and I know what else I've got. The other day when I was showing you, was it when I was showing you the gingerbread houses, or before that, that my husband had made the children's towers for them to stand on, and Hannah just sent me a photo of Mia using hers to help cook the dinner. So I'll pop in a photo of that. It's been another beautiful sunny day here in Melbourne. The weather is supposed to be getting gradually worse towards the end of the week, and it's supposed to be 15 on the weekend, which doesn't surprise me at all that the weather's beautiful during the week and is going to be disastrous on the weekend, at which time we are driving to Ocean Grove and Barwon Heads to go to Phoebe's ballet concert. So that'll be another weekend with children, which will be exciting. She's so excited about her ballet concert. I'll get some photos of her and pop them in when we're there. So everybody have a great night. I will talk to you all tomorrow, where hopefully I have traced out at least the pattern pieces. So the first thing I'll do is trace out the pattern piece. And weirdly, this pattern says that I would need to make a size 18 to 20. But it doesn't have any finished measurements on the actual pattern envelope. Hopefully there's finished measurements on the inside of the pattern pieces. I'll have to see how that goes, but I'm definitely making a toile because, knowing me, it will be too long in the bodice, and I don't just want to take some off the waist area. I would prefer to take the pattern up and take it up where it needs to be taken up, at the shorten and lengthen lines in the pattern. So I'll be making up a toile. Hopefully I can find some fabric of similar composition to see how that goes, because really I could make it up in a calico, but it's going to look very, very different in a calico than it would in the beautiful jacquard fabric. So I need to choose a fabric and find a fabric that is closer to the composition of the fabric that I'll be making the end garment in. Because I think that in calico you could make a princess seam dress, be the same as making it in linen. You could make it firmer fitting and it would look really fitted and really nice, but that's not going to lend itself to the fabric I've got. So I'm going to see what I can find, give that a go as a toile of at least making the bodice up. It does have side pockets. Now I wonder if they're the hidden side pockets like the Atelier Jupe skirt has, because in the Atelier Jupe skirt the pockets are inside one of the pleats, so you can't actually tell that your dress has got, your skirt's got pockets. So that'll be very interesting to see if it's the same. By the look of the line drawings, only D, E and F, which is the pleated style, have pockets. And as I can see the edges of the pockets there, whether or not that's just for effect so that you know that it has pockets, even though it says it does. This actually has separate pattern pieces for cup sizes A, B, C and D. That could be very handy. Any wonder the pattern cost a fortune. Anyway, I'm going to go off, finish cooking the tea, as it's now after 7 o'clock, and then get cracking on tracing out this pattern. I'm not going to cut into the pattern, I'm going to trace it off so that I can make the correct size for me. And I may, you know, want to use it again at a later stage or for someone else. So everybody have a wonderful night, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. Bye.